Did you know that 7 out of 10 customers abandon their cart? And if on mobile, almost 9 out of 10. This is crazy. You're losing almost 9 out of 10 customers. So if on a bigger scale, it's like 900 out of 1,000 or 9,000 of 10,000, this is crazy. The solution is abandonment cart automation. So you can win back those customers. Hi, my name is Andriy. I'm the founder of Flowium, full service e-commerce email marketing agency. If you're first time on this channel, we're releasing this kind of videos every week. We are talking about email marketing, Klaviyo, and owned marketing channels. In early 2018, I recorded a video where I quickly showed how to set up abandoned cart in Klaviyo for Shopify, and that video got a lot of popularity, and I decided to re-record because a lot of things I learned since early 2018. Now it's almost end of 2020. I learned a lot of things, small things, but which will help you with the conversion. And in this video, we'll build automation together, build that abandoned cart flow in Klaviyo together. And while I'm building that, I will explain you tips and tricks and how to improve it and optimize it in case you already have abandoned cart. So let's go to my computer and build it together. So the first thing you have to log into your Klaviyo account, click on flows, and I highly recommend you to pick the existing pre-built flow, and I'll explain you in a second. So we click on the create a flow. You can, by the way, you can filter here by type. So abandoned cart, and let's use just standard abandoned cart and call it test. I just call it test for myself to remember to delete it later. Okay, so all abandoned cart starting with checkout started. Even person place an order, they always start with a checkout started trigger, and then later for this particular flow we check if they purchased or didn't. So that's why we put filter placed order 0 times since starting this flow. So meaning if they buy in the next 4 hours, they will not receive email number 1. Okay, so we have a trigger, we have a wait. So by default, there's 4 hours delay. However, it depends on what you're selling. If you're selling some like big ticket item, maybe I don't know, like fancy shoes which cost like $800, or you're selling furniture which costs maybe $1,500 or $2,000. The delay might be longer, even like longer than 4 hours, versus when you sell t-shirt, $10 t-shirts, and the delay might be 1 hour. Like 1 hour to 4 hours, this is a typical time delay. However, I strongly recommend for you, before you decide which options you want, go to integration section and check Shopify and see what is the placed order sync. Why I'm saying that? Because in some store, like I saw like in WooCommerce, on WooCommerce platform and other platforms, the delay is higher than 1 hour. So it's like hour and a half or so, and it might cause maybe person purchase something and you're sending them like, hey, like go back to your shopping cart and buy. So it's very important to set the right delay. And by the way, why do people abandon their cart? The biggest reasons why people are abandoning their cart, distraction, all of that, we got it. Like we understand we have such a short attention span now that it's crazy. But the biggest reason why people intentionally abandon their cart is a higher cost than they expected. So they put this cup to their cart, started checkout process, and this cup costs like $10. But when they start checkout process, there's like taxes $2, and let's say shipping a minimum like $6. So this cup costs not $10, but it costs $20. And like when I was expecting to spend $10, I don't want to spend double of what I was expecting. That's why they abandoned their cart. So think how you can convince that person went back, so like free shipping, a discount, or whatever you want to use. But the higher cost than the customer expected. This is the most common reasons why they abandoned their cart. And there's a bunch of other reasons, like you can see on this image. Other reasons, just like it's a checkout process too complicated, they want me to create account and so forth. So but I would focus only on that 55%, because you will win back half of your potential customers if you make it cheaper or make it as they expected. Okay, so we discussed why, and the first email I highly recommend not to include any discounts or any offers. Just remind them, because sometimes people forget what they started. So click edit. So you add your subject line, you add your preview text, and by the way, you can personalize it. Add item they forgot. You forgot in your cart, and I'll show you in a second how to add this dynamic code. The product they left in their cart, and still time. I don't know. I'm not a copywriter. It's not my specialty. So please create attractive subject line and preview text. So click edit content. Okay, so first thing, let's go back to subject line. But before we go to subject line and add that item product, so let's just double check. So we click preview to see if the block is working correctly. Click preview now. Okay, so it's working. So it's pulling image, it's pulling the names, quantity, and the price. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to pull that product they abandoned in their cart and add to subject line. So this is first thing I want to do. Okay, so here's the item and here's the name. So this is the code. Click on that name and click, select this code, copy, cancel, save, go here. So now when a person abandoned the cart, they will receive the exact name of that like product, saying like, hey, you forgot X, Y, and Z product in your cart. But remember, if they abandoned, let's say 5 products, it will show only the first one. So this is that, and let's put some, let's say shop now. Let's remove that shop now. Let's add logo. Do we have some kind of, let's do something. Let's do Google, let's do our logo, flowium.com. Okay, browse, download. Okay, so first, and then you will have also some kind of like, sorry, not button, but hero image. Let's do image, and let's do okay, just example. So first thing, I will explain you the dynamic block. I strongly recommend to add checkout link in the logo, in the image, in the call to action, and any other places where it's logical to add. So how it's done? So click on the preview, scroll down, there's checkout URL. So you click here, you select this URL, copy, cancel, click here, and link, add, save. Same thing here, link, copy, paste, save. So now when you do, when person receives email, when they click on this link, the cart will be rebuilt. So just imagine, like, person receives an email, this email, and when they click, typically people redirect on a homepage. Like logo this is a common mistake, they redirect to homepage. It's not very efficient. Like if you redirect them to the cart, like where they left off, there's higher chance they will finish what they started. So this is tip number 1 about optimization. Actually, tip number 2. Tip number 1 is like to put it personalization in the subject line. Tip number 2, to put it in the logo as well, and the hero image and any other places. Also, your call to action, return to cart, should have the same tag or code or whatever you call it. Okay, so let's talk about the block. I can show you how to rebuild it. if you want. Personally, I always use what Klaviyo already built it and modifies this blog. But I just, for demo purposes, I want to show you how to find and modify this data. So click on the row, click on column number 2, and as you can see, product title, item quantity, and the price. Okay, so all that information you can get here. So product title we already did. So here's item, event item dot zero. Then the second thing is quantity. So you select this code and add it there. And the last thing is a price, which is line price is 59. So basically you collect and you can rebuild all that information, and you might say like, hey, in your example it's an event, but here it's like item, product, line. That's why I say it's better to use what Klaviyo already built, because they are building dynamic, meaning if the person have multiple product, it will show multiple product here. Okay, so this is how dynamic block looks like when it has multiple products. So when they added multiple products to their cart, and this is how it shows. So it's like product number 1, product number 2, and so forth. By the way, this template is not formatted correctly. I just showing you how to build it. And yeah, so this is how you build abandoned cart. If you have any other questions, please leave them under this video. Please also subscribe to our channel, since we are releasing every week new video about e-commerce email marketing, Klaviyo specific, as well as about owned marketing channels.